Hi, folks. I just wanted to, I was going to make a post and then I thought, why write it all out? I could just tell you about it and let you see the beauty that's behind me. This is what I basically see when from my veranda. It's quite a stunning view. I'll try to give you an idea of the vista if I can get my camera extended that far. And that's my banana tree over there, and that's my faithful little tree that communicates with me. Yeah, and then I have these beautiful mountains in the distance, and it's quite stunning. I watched the sunrise the other day, and I wanted to send pictures of that to you, but I haven't been able to get the pictures off my phone yet, so I'll do that at a later stage. But on my first night here, I was sitting in quiet contemplation on my deck here, just admiring the beautiful view in the last rays of the sunset. And it was very quiet and still and unassuming. And earlier in that afternoon when after I'd arrived and had something to eat and unpacked some of my things and sitting just quietly admiring the view and just, taking it all in. It's a big change for me. But I was sitting here and then suddenly I saw this little tree, this little branch in the tree between those two, that branch and that branch. There's a tiny little branch which is about 11 inches tall. And the top branches of that tree started vibrating violently. And I looked around and looked at them and looked around and I saw there was no wind, nothing was moving except these 6 little leaves on the tree that were vibrating. And then they started to swivel and turn at a very rapid rate. And I thought to myself, what's going on here? I've never seen this before. And so I thought about it and I thought, well, obviously this tree's trying to get my attention. So maybe I should pay some attention to this tree. And I thought, well, let me try communicate with the tree. And then I started communicating telepathically with the tree. And I said, yeah, I notice you and I see you moving. And then the leaves became still for a little while. And then I waited. And then I heard this tree greet me, and it said to me something like, greetings, you are from the earth. And yeah, I am from the earth and made of the same stuff that they're made of. We have the same soul templates as these guys. So yeah, I agreed with him, and he thanked me for earlier on in the day. I'd walked past all the trees and touched them and spoken to each one and told them how much I loved them and cared for them and how important they were to the work that I was going to be doing here. And they asked me what work I was going to be doing. So I told them that, basically this is part of the healing of the planet movement right around the world. And in this particular place, I was just going to be playing my part in bringing healing to the planet in whatever way I can. And I said that I also am here to make rain. Now that I'll tell you more about that later, but I can't tell you too much about that now. But anyway, So I asked him if he would be able to help, if this tree would be able to help me. And he asked me why. And I said, because you have your own underground network system. You are all connected underground. We can't see that through your roots and through the organisms and organics underneath the ground, the minerals, the quartz. So in a sense, I'm sitting on an organite generator. And they acknowledged that. And he told me that was true, that they have their own underground root systems that communicate with each other. And there's an extensive network of communication in this fertile soil around it that is filled with organisms, with earthworms, and I can smell it. I can just sense it. And they said they would be able to help in grounding the energies, my energy, into the earth. And so we had this discussion, and I was very grateful to have had that connection to Mother Earth, from the other soul beings here that are around me, and they are so beautiful, and I just feel so at one with them. But anyway, so yesterday, that was Wednesday, yesterday, I spent my internet connection wasn't working yet, and I had time just to walk around and orient myself with my surroundings. And I kept looking at the clouds and saying, please bring the rain. Please bring the rain. I don't treat the elementals as just things that are objective out there. I feel I have a subjective relationship with nature as well, because in a sense we are all one. The waves of energy come through me, and they go through the trees, and they go through the ground, the rocks, the vegetation, and everything around here. It's the same wave of energy. The waves come from somewhere and they go somewhere, and they pass through us and go somewhere. And so in a sense, we are all connected through this universal grid of energy that works around us on many different levels. Above the ground, it's carried in the air. Up below the ground, it's carried in the soil. And it's the same energetic system. Underneath the ground, they have almost an alternative current, an AC current system, where the ground is provides the energy, and the water provides the conductivity. So the movement of the waves underground go through water. So they're very keen to join this as well. So we agreed to work with each other. And yesterday, as I was walking around, I was looking at the clouds. And by the way, most of my days I walk around barefoot on the soil, because that's the best way to ground yourself. Because we have this connection with Mother Earth. And when we are barefoot, we can ground our energy into Mother Earth, and Mother Earth can send her energy up to us. So it's the same energy. It's chi energy or prana energy, whatever you like to call it, life force energy. It's a circulatory system. And if we allow it to just circulate through us and our bodies and through the beings that we share our space with, on this world, we can create more of a symbiotic relationship with them. So last night I went to bed, thinking, yeah, I hope it's going to rain soon. And guess what? Last night it rained almost the whole night. I woke up this morning and looked out my window, and everything was wet. And I went to the ground and poked my finger in the ground to see how wet it was. Was it just and the ground was thoroughly soaked. with water. And it's quite funny, actually, that we don't understand that we are orgonite. Okay, there's a lot of talk about orgonite and people are creating orgonite objects, but we are also orgonite. We have the same material in our bodies that orgonite has. And if we would ground our energy into earth, we can work together. And interestingly, this guy, when I told him about the Rainmaker device that I brought with me, he said that I should put that on the earth so that the earth could provide the energy to send that wave that goes through this Rainmaker device. So I've thought about that. I haven't confirmed that, but I think that would probably sounds right to do that. So yeah, it was just a great blessing for me to be here among these plants and vegetation and trees and all the little insects that come crawling around and visiting me and and paying their respects to me. One little fellow fell over on his back and he couldn't get up, so I just turned him back on his feet so he could fly away again. And it's just so great to be, back in nature and being one with nature and just realizing that we are all natural beings, but we pretend to be unnatural. And we pretend to be caught up in a system and a society that is totally unnatural. And if we can get back to our natural roots of who we are and what we're doing here, we can then use the energy of the earth that is in Mother Earth. Because Mother Earth is a soul being. She's alive with energy. And we just have to learn how to get that energy out of Mother Earth. And we won't need to take coal and other materials like oil out of the earth to create energy. The energy is there. It's inherent in earth. We just haven't learned how to bring it out of the earth and how to use it for ourselves. So that's a kind of a quest I'm on to discover more about that and how we can do that. But from a healing point of view, if you are having health issues, take your shoes off and go and dig your feet in the soil. And just stand there for a while and let the energy of Mother Earth go through you. Because in our soul body, our 12th chakra is 12 inches below our feet. So when you stand in the soil, your 12th chakra is in the soil. Okay, it's a field of energy that's in the soil, and that's our connection to the earth. And the 12th chakra is a very powerful chakra if we know how to use it, because we can draw up the energy from the 12th chakra into our bodies through our 7 chakras, on-body chakras, and we can sustain our physical bodies through that. And I've noticed a change in me since I've been here. I can feel my body physically changing from what it was. I have a lot more energy, although I've been tired from the point of view that it's been quite a traumatic process of having to pack everything and then leave and then come and reorganize and get myself. But I've just been feeling the energy flowing around me, the life force energy. So this is going to be a major difference in my life, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you and bringing my new adventures to you and to see what develops. If we only knew. Much love and respect to you all. Namaste.